What's up, everybody? My name is Stealth Dragon One for Life, and I gotta talk about this new Elite Xbox Series 2 controller. It's really responsive. There's no input lag. I would say it's the best feeling controller I've ever held in a hand in a long time. It's smaller than the actual Xbox regular controller. And I want to show you what I'm going to show you. This is going to be Xbox accessories. Once you update the controller to your Xbox, you go to Xbox accessories, okay? And you can actually configure your paddles on the back of the controller. You can minimize the response time for your triggers. As you can see on the screen, I have 40 minus 100. So what I'm doing is reducing that extra delay that it would take for the target on your... I'm an FPS shooter, so when I go to the target position, it will target quicker at a 40 minus 100. And that's what I'm trying to do, is to be able to target quicker, shoot quicker. So that's how I set it. If you want to know how to set it, you just go to configure. And when you go to configure, you're going to go to edit, and right off the bat you're going to see the top buttons are the buttons that are preset. And if you want to restore the default, you just go to the bottom, it'll reset it. If you look on this controller, I have my paddles set to the actual paddles, the actual triggers from up top. I deactivated the actual, what is it, the X, the Y, the B, and the A buttons. I deactivated those, and I left everything else alone. But what I did was I went into the triggers on top and made the response time different. Now, if you want to know how to do it, you just simply click. Okay, so here's a good example. It says RB. So that's what I want that trigger to be. Because remember, even though it's flipped over, you still have to set it exactly. If you want the same trigger feel from the top, you have to set it from the top to the bottom. So you click it, for instance, it's going to say primary or shift button. And so let's remember RB. Okay, and then all you do is you click down here and you pick what you would want that paddle to be. Okay, and it's that easy, and then you just click it and it changes it. I'm not going to change it because it's already set, but this is just a video to show you guys. And you have all these other options, but really the point is to set it up to how you like it. Okay, now if you look on the front of the controller, once you're done, we're going to exit out of here. So I'm hitting the X, and now you have to pick a profile. So that's the profile it's set on. If you look at all the diagram, all the blueprints of how I have my controller set. So I'm going to click where it says Stealth Dragon 1. And that's going to be how I get into this menu. And then you go into slot 1. Okay, so it's already set. Now, if you look on the controller, you can see those three lines in between the D-pad and the toggle to the right. What those lines are is in the middle of the options and start button, right before the actual Xbox big button, there's an extra button that was added, and it's right in between the light and the light source from the top and the light source from the bottom, the three light lines. You click that button in, and when you click that button in, it's going to light up one line. That means that's profile 1. If you don't do that when you're in game mode, you're not going to see the changes. But if you do that and you click it again, it's going to line up 2 lights. If you do it the third time, it's going to line up 3 lights. And what that means is you're on profile 3 if it's 3 lights. If it's on 2 lights, you're on profile 2. And if it's 1 light, you're on profile 1. And that's it, guys. If you have any questions on this controller, hit me up with some comments. I appreciate all the likes and the new subscribers. Thank you. I'm trying to do everything to this controller to make it so much easier for everybody to understand, okay? Now, let's go into, we want to configure other things, okay? So we're going to click into that. We're going to edit. Now, if you look on top of this menu, you could see you have left stick, you have right stick, you have triggers, okay? And this is what I did. I clicked over with the trigger, and see how I have it set right? Okay, let me click it first. You gotta click A. See where it says 40 and 40? That's when it was set to default. It was on 100 all the way over, but I set it to 40 because I have a much better response when it comes to the triggers and the shooting. So I don't have to feel like I push the trigger in all the way. It literally will fire when it feels the edginess of my pointing finger hitting the actual trigger. Okay, so that's the way I have it set, and it's that easy. All you do is if you want to get back into that menu, you click right here, edit, and then on top you use the triggers to scroll to the triggers and see if I hit it at 100%, all those lines will be lit up to the top, okay? But the way I did it was like that, and so now, one more time, hold on. I'm going to show you guys one more time. So if I want to test it, click it, see how responsive? It's like bam, it's already doing it. That's the left side, that quick. I want it that quick. Not too quick to the point where if I hit it by accident, but just quick enough to where it's going to work. And that's it for this video, guys. So the best way I could put it is this controller was made for these games. It just responds really, really well, and my rating for this controller at this point would be a 10 out of 10 because it looks and feels and plays phenomenal. Wonderful. Alright guys, Stealth Dragon for life. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.